What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going through this binder right here. This has a lot of things I've collected for a long time. It's got some of the 2023 Trick or Treat master sets. I have a couple master sets of them in here. I have some of the old school Pokemon Go cards, Gym Heroes. I have a bunch of Pikachus that I've been collecting from all different eras. Platinum, Go, all types of things like Red Cheeks and stuff like that. This is a binder that I found. If you saw my video that I posted last of my storage unit, this is a binder that I found in there, but this is a more in-depth look at it. After looking through it, I found a lot more different things that I did not know. Like I had Plasma Storm and stuff like that in here. And we have some X and Y. We have a lot of promo cards. Like there's GameStop promo cards from like 2021, stuff like that. I mean, it's really just a binder of a lot of different old sets that are pretty cool. There's some old VMAX cards, there's some old promo cards. I mean, it really varies. It's not a bunch of like ultra rare stuff. Some of it's rare, but a lot of it's just like really cool and nostalgic because a lot of it really hasn't been seen in a long time. So let's go ahead and let's get into it and let's just see what we can find. All right, guys, let's get into this binder. Let's see what we got going on here. So we have the Trick or Treat set from 2023. You have the Phantom, Lycan Rock. You got all of this right here. Mimikyu, Duskull, Dusclops, Shuppet, Bayonet, Graveyard, Sinistea, Ghastly. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this set, but you also have a bunch of the Pikachus that came with this set. Let's see here. You got Marshadow, Dusknoir, all the Gengars. These are nice Gengars. I like these Gengars, they're pretty cool. I kind of want to put these all in their PSA and see what they're graded as and just keep a collection of them. Because, you know, Gengar pops off all the time, no matter what set he's in, whether it's a holo, full art, whatever the case may be. You got all the Mimikyus, you got the Houndooms. Shout out Deep Pocket Monsters. I know his favorite card is Houndoom, so he collects them. So shout out to him. And then you have the Chandelures at the bottom. More Chandelures. Like I honestly, I don't remember. I think I was at a Walmart and I came across like a bunch of the Trick or Treat set for 2023, and I just bought like 5 packs of them. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but they came in like a 30 pack, and there was like 4 cards in each pack of each set you got. So it was like, at the time it was like $14 per, I guess in a sense you can say, case, because it would come, and it's so crazy to explain it like this, but it was like a Chips Ahoy bag, but it was filled with all the booster packs, and there was like 4 cards in each one, and you would just rip it and get your holos and do whatever. And that's why I ended up with so many of them, because at the time it was so cheap and there were so many packs in each one. So I chose at that time to just invest in that. And which is really cool is a friend of mine, his son recently got into Pokemon, and we went out to our first show last weekend. If you saw my last video for my 151 and Twilight Masquerade pickups at the card shows, I actually brought him and his son to that show. I didn't put him in the video because it was just kind of like out of respect, but his son wanted to have his own binder and start his collection. So I actually took a master set out of this and a master set out of some other cards I have in here, and I put it together for him, and we bought him a couple slabs and we bought him a couple of rares and stuff to have graded so he can start his collection off right. So shout out to him. I'm not gonna say no names, but shout out to you. You know who you are. I know you're subbed to the channel and you watch, so love you, bubs. We're gonna keep you rocking and keep you rolling. So here we have some GameStop promos from 2023. We have the Iron Moth, we have Cinescorch, Copper, stuff like that. These are just promos that came, like if you went to GameStop and you got the QR codes and whatnot for legendaries and whatnot, they would give you these promo cards with them. So that was cool. And then here we have the McDonald's promo cards of 2023. So you get the Happy Meals with the booster packs and stuff. So you have the Ladybug, the Gossifleur, and this was in the Sword and Shield era when it was coming out. So you have the Growlithe, the Victini, the Lapras, the Pikachu, the Chinchou, all these Sword and Shield era, you know, yellow border cards. Like I said, this binder is full of just miscellaneous things that I've collected, that I've just kind of like accumulated in one binder and divided them by set. Here we have Scarlet and Violet McDonald's promos of 2023. So you have the Sprigatito. Let me see. Let me get this Sprigatito out. So you have the hollow Sprigatito from McDonald's. It's almost like the what is it? The legendary. I forget what it's called. But the legendary cards from like base set 2. I forget. I'm having a brain fart right now, but you have the rest of the McDonald's promos here from those packs. I didn't complete the set, but I always thought it was really cool to just like keep everything, break it down each way, and go from there. So here we have the McDonald's 25th Pokemon anniversary. This is in 2021. So you have your Bulbasaur. That's such a really cool Bulbasaur. I love this Bulbasaur, honestly. I think it's so cool. Your Trico, Turtwig, Chespin, Grookey, Cyndaquil, Litten, Squirtle, Totodile, Piplup, Oshawott, Sobble. Now this is getting the celebration. So you got your Ho, your Reshiram, Kyogre, Xerneas, Cosmog. Which is really cool about these cards is you've got Lily in the background of these cards. So you've got Cosmog with Lily, and then you have down here the evolved form of Cosmog. So you've got Cosmog. That's so cool to see the evolution. You have your Groudons. I think one day these Groudons will be worth a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, because, well, it's Groudon. Same with the Kyogre. Everybody loves Groudon and Kyogre. I really want the Paradox Rift Full Art Kyogre or Groudon. That's one of my chase cards, which it's not a very expensive card, but it's I want to find it in a PSA 10 and buy it. So here you have your Dialga, Solgaleo, your Lugia. If I can get it out. There's your Celebrations Lugia. It's a nice card. That's also a card I threw into my buddy's son's collection. I had multiples of that. And then I think this card is actually very underrated, the Cleffa. I think the Cleffa is really cool, and I think it is really underrated for what it is. Then we got a couple VMAX, Cinderace, Wobbuffet, Sableye, Toxtricity. I thought these code cards were cool when they came out, the Pikachu code cards. So I sleeved up a couple of them because I'm a Pikachu collector and so is my daughter. So I always want to make sure that anything Pikachu we have, not for money, but just for collection wise, I think it's really cool. We have some of the Destined Rivals set. It's just random, you know, Missy's Gyarados, Team Rocket's Rattata, Zapdos, Ethan's Typhlosion. Anything with Ethan in it, I love. I think Ethan is so cool, all the cards, because at heart, I'm a Gen 2, I'm a Johto person, so I think it's really cool that they're still giving Ethan love. The same with Ethan's Ho down here. And then you have my X and Y break cards. I know a lot of people weren't big fans of the break cards, but I actually really liked them. And to have these two, that's pretty cool. Ninetales is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. You have, honestly, I'm drawing a blank right now. I forget what set these are from, but with Altaria, and then the same style on Wally and Ralts here. I really forget what set they are, so comment down below because I can't think of it for the life of me right now. But I love the art style and I love everything going on with these cards. And then if you guys want to take a closer look at these break cards that I have, like I said, they're not expensive. They weren't a big thing. A lot of people really weren't fans of them. I really don't know why. I thought they were really cool. I thought they were pretty unique. Like, tell me, you can't tell me you don't like this Ninetales and how it looks. Like, it's so nice. And then the Raticate. So one thing with me with Pokemon games, I like to take the most underrated Pokemon and beat the game with them. So in Gen 1 and Gen 2, I would always have Eradicate on my team, hit them with Super Fang, take half their HP in one hit, and then knock them down with Endeavor, and then just keep going. Oh, dude, it was awesome. It was awesome. The only OG players that really know the game and stuff like that would know what I'm talking about. These are just some randoms that I collect over the time. These Lily's Pearls came with Lily's Clefairy out of a milk carton set. I forget the name of it, but it was like a milk carton and you had Lily's Clefairy and you would, it came with the rare candies. Hang on, I'll show you the card that it came with. Give me 1 second. These are some of my other cards. Obviously, I'm a Pikachu person and celebrations and where is it at? Let's see, right here. Lily's Clefairy, Clefairy EX. Those were the supporter cards that came with it, and that milk carton box. I really, for the life of me, I can't remember. If you look back on like my TikTok, you'll see openings of that carton. It was about, I really think last December when I opened it, and those were the supporter cards that came with it, but I've kept them all. But I also pulled this Shaman in that same box. So I've kept them. I'm gonna grade all of them for sure. Shout out Coop Collects and Beard Dad. You guys are dope. You guys are awesome. So moving on, there's another random Emolga McDonald's promo that I've got. And then there's some X and Y. You got the Machamp, the Magneton. What else is there? There's Zekrom. Some more miscellaneous. This cool little Autono. That was another promo card. I'm pretty sure it was like a GameStop exclusive. I could be wrong. I've had these for so long. The Caparaja I know came with code cards at GameStop. And now we have the Pikachu page. So one that I do know that I got, where's it at? This is from the Platinum era. It's a reverse holo. Such a nice Pikachu. Like I said earlier, me and my daughter collect Pikachus, so I have stacks of them everywhere in all my binders. So one of my all-time favorites though, right here, Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. Such an awesome card. Such an awesome card. And then going this way, you have more Pikachus, and then we go into Raichu V, Raichu, and then you have the X and Y Raichu, Sleeping Raichu, but I want the other Sleeping Raichu. I forget what set it's from. At the next show I go to, I fully intend on buying it because I want it so bad. I want to get it raw, and I want to get it in a PSA 10 and have it for my collection. And actually, I'll probably buy 3. I'll probably buy 2 raw and 1 in PSA 10, so my daughter has one in her collection too. You guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about the new Sleeping Raichu, because it's epic. It's awesome. It's amazing. And then we have some random 151 holos. Shout out PokeRev. Here's your Mr. Mimes. Go ahead and hang them on your Christmas tree. Coming this way, you have your Fusion Strike Muse. So I ended up buying a couple theme decks like years ago, and I just held on to the Muse. I actually want to send all these out to PSA, not to sell. I just want to grade them and keep them for my own personal collection. But I love the artwork on these Mews. So that's one Mew right there, and then you have the other Mew here. And then you have your Genesect that came in the same theme decks. And then you have your X and Y Charmanders, your Dark Raticates, your Dark Muck. I've always loved the Dark Pokemon. I always thought that it was such a good era. I really, really wish that they would do a reprint of Dark Pokemon because they're amazing. I love them. So you have your Dark Vaporeon. Such a good design. Just the background in it alone is just awesome. And then you have your Dark Flareon with the flames in the background. So good. Such a good card. And then you have your Dark Jolteon, which to me, honestly, aside from the Jungle Jolteon and Blues Jolteon, one of my favorites, for sure. My top 5 favorite Jolteon cards, for sure. And then you have everybody's favorite dragon, Fossil Dragonite. It's non-holo, but it's still such a good artwork. It's so good. And then I'm a big Gym Heroes guy, so every time I see Gym Heroes, I pick up Gym Heroes. It's definitely a very underrated set, if you ask me. A lot of people don't care about Gym Heroes. I think it's really cool to see, because I grew up playing the main games on Game Boy, and everyone's like, oh, Erica's Bellsprout, Erica's Oddish, and Erica's Venusaur, but she only battled with Victory Bell and Weeping Bell and Bellsprout and Vileplume. But everybody has Pokemon, and it really shows that even the gym leaders collected Pokemon, like Blaine's Vulpix, Blaine's Growlithe, Brock's Sandshrew. Like, he didn't battle with Sandshrew or Mankey. And Lieutenant Surge, yeah, he did battle with Magnemite, but Blaine didn't battle with Tauros, but here we are. We have Blaine's Tauros. It's just cool to me. And you got Erica's Execute and Misty's Seal, Misty Starmie, Erica's Dratini. That's a dragon type. Erica is a grass type trainer, and here she is with Erica's Dratini. It's a dragon type. I think, to me, it's so cool, and it shows that, like, hey, just because you're a grass type gym leader or you're an electric type gym leader, it doesn't mean that you can't have different types of Pokemon that you battle with. So, you know, to me, it's cool. And then I really like this Dragonite card. I think it's pretty cool. It's relatively cheap, but Dragonite B. I like Dragonite, but some of Dragonite's cards are just like so expensive to where it's like out of my realm right now. But eventually I'll get them. You got your Charmanders. This is getting into the Pokemon Go set. When I was looking for the Mewtwo, I just came across some, and that's what it was. You know, that's what I got. But that's pretty much it. That is it for this binder. So, you know, I hope you guys liked it. I like this binder because it's just so miscellaneous and has so many cool different things from different eras that it's unique, honestly. That's it for tonight's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little unique binder here. It's just something I found in the storage unit, and I thought it was pretty fascinating to kind of go through like a time capsule of Pokemon, because there's a little bit of everything in there. It's kind of organized, but kind of not. But I thought it was pretty cool. So if you guys like it, you know, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below, and just until then, just keep on ripping.